Hey everybody, Derek here from Badgerland Birding. Today we have another smart bird feeder to unbox. This one's from BirdKiss, and it's a little different look than some of the other ones that I've seen and that we've tested here. So let's get the packaging open. Excited to see it and see how it works. I feel like the smart bird feeder industry has just kind of been booming, and there's all these different companies that now have their own smart bird feeder. But they're all a little bit different, it seems. Box opens right up. A lot of stuff in here. So we got user manual, cords, mounting equipment, solar panel, nice, always love the solar panels. The roof, fruit holder, thumb screws, strap, bracket screws, little cup for pouring seeds, it says. Perch. This is a big, nice big perch. Look at that. Kind of reminds me of like a waffle, or like waffle fries. Maybe I'm hungry. And this is the camera unit. Bam. Ooh, always satisfying. And then we got the stand, really nice. These are always made solidly, so this one looks good too. And then this may be for the bottom of the back. We'll have to see how it all gets put together. So our main unit here, hard to say how much seed is gonna fit in here. Feels solid though. Camera unit looks nice. You can tilt it up and down as well. So this looks like it fits into here, and then perch on the front like this, and then fits on top like that. So that's our unit right there. This is the first one I've seen that's more like round shaped. Interesting. So then I'm assuming this is where the seed comes out. So not a huge opening for the seed to come out. It's very like architecturally designed. Interesting. Sweet. So then we have our solar panel that you can set up and attach to it so you can charge with solar. And I'll basically screw this stuff in or clip it in. It looks like there's some places to screw it in. So I'll put it all together and then put some seed in it, get the app going, and then we'll test it out and see what we get. Okay, so here's what I did. I charged the module up. I used a cable for charging it up here on the actual camera that didn't come with the system, but apparently you can charge it from the side too with USB-C, which does come with it. And there's no SD card that came with it, but it says you don't need one. So normally if you have a micro SD card for internal storage, some units come with it, this one didn't, you know, some don't, but apparently you don't need it. So we're gonna try without it. I used these big screws that they give you. I really like how nice and easy to put in these are. To attach the bottom to the unit, the perch to the unit, and then I drilled it into this piece of wood. There's also a little antenna in the back here. And then I filled it up with seed. Like most of the smart bird feeders, it doesn't have a huge seed reservoir, so if you do have squirrels or a lot of birds, you're probably going to be filling it quite often. And this isn't a squirrel-proof setup, so if you don't want squirrels, you'll definitely want like on a pole with a squirrel baffle or something more squirrel-proof. I also attached a little solar panel in the back here. So now that we're filled up, I'm gonna put the top on. And I was saying I like that this one's unique. Like, this is a really different design. Because some of these smart bird feeders, they all look kind of like they're derivatives of each other, but this one is definitely like unique in its own right, uses its own app. So that's pretty cool. Let's get that app set up and see how that all works. I downloaded the Vico Home app and followed the instructions to pair the feeder camera to my phone. I used the free plan, but there's also a paid plus plan that gives you other benefits. The free version alerts you when motion is detected and takes a 10-second video. You can also watch the live stream whenever you want and communicate through the feeder via a microphone, or turn on an alarm or white light. After a brief software update, I went inside and waited for notifications. Exciting news, we got our first bird. So this doesn't look like it has AI in it, so it's just gonna, when it detects motion, it looks like it's gonna take short video clips. So we can look at this one. Very cute. You can even hear him calling, him or her. Awesome. So the picture quality looks pretty good. There's a little graininess, could be from the Wi-Fi connection, but really cool that it already has birds captured motion. Nice to get a native species in there. So it also is going to organize your events here by like what day and time they were taken, and then you can see those in the library. And then it also has different stuff in the user section, and then some different features on here. So it has Wi-Fi strength, place, power, all that stuff. And then you can watch the live stream too, which is pretty neat. So cool, first bird, nice. So our camera's been up overnight and we've had a lot of activity. Sometimes there's notification, but there's no bird there, which tells me that the sensitivity is pretty high, but we can take a look at some of these clips. Pretty neat, American tree sparrow there. The camera is very like, you see a lot kind of over the top, it looks like. You know, it's not so much just straight out. It almost feels like you're looking over the top of everything, which is a cool angle. So a lot of American tree sparrows. Here's a chickadee. Very cute. And you can also send feedback, it looks like, too. So if you have any issues, you can send feedback. That's cool. And then there's me walking by. Here's the house finch. So that's cool. A couple different species. You can take a look at some of these full screen, too. I do like when they have the audio you can hear. It just adds a little bit to it. Very cool. So it's taken 10-second clips. And then kind of the big thing. Oh, here's a male house finch. That's a nice view. Very cool male house finch. But we captured a lot of birds. Here's another tree sparrow. So clearly they liked it. Neat. But the big thing was last night. Oh yeah, I was getting so many notifications. I had to mute them so they weren't waking me up when I tried to sleep. The big thing was last night we had a big raccoon decide that he wanted to hang out on the feeder. 3:05 is when he first comes in. And you can see him grabbing the seed with his paws. This is why it's important to squirrel-proof. This is why it's important to squirrel-proof, or I guess in this case, raccoon-proof your bird feeder. I was not expecting to have a big raccoon Well, as you'll see, basically sit on the feeder. So as we get later in the night, you can tell he's reaching, he's like literally sitting on it and reaching over and putting his mouth just in the tray. So that's one of the things with this one is it's very long, like it sticks out from the perch quite a bit. And so I'm thinking from him basically just sitting on the feeder, it bent because this morning when there's birds on it, we're facing way down. So that's not great. I'm gonna go check it out and see how bad it is. Well, let's see the damages. Our solar panel's unplugged. I don't like that particularly, that this was laying in the snow. And then this is definitely a little bit bent here. I might go tighten those screws. It doesn't look as bad as I thought. Like I said, this like kind of longer setup, I feel like he was able to just kind of sit on top and put his hands like in front. Our solar panels moved over here. But I think these are all raccoon damages basically. But you can see how snowy it is too. So I'll tighten these. I didn't do a very good job because I didn't think we'd have like a big raccoon on it, like directly on it. I'll tighten that up. But even if it is tight, I feel like if it sits on it again, it's still gonna bow out like that. So I guess we'll see. Tighten up the screws, and we had some more visitors today. And I'm gonna show a compilation of some of the birds that we saw with the feeder. So after talking with the company, there's actually a bird fan plan that you can get a 30-day trial for. So in the section when I clicked, it was talking about cloud storage and trying like, you know, something for free. I said no. So I went back and did the free trial. So the thing about that trial is if you don't cancel it, it's gonna charge you after 30 days. And I don't really like doing those because it's so easy to forget and then it just charges you. But I did the free trial for this to test it out. And so once you do that, you can access the bird fans plan, which then has AI and different recording settings. You can record more than 10 seconds and it's supposed to help identify the bird for you. So this has been running for a while. It does look like after a while it only has the last couple days available to check out. So let's see how the AI did. So you can see it looks a little different now. We have our house finch. I still have it set to recording 10-second videos, but it has the blue bird here and it says a bird detected. So we can click on that and hopefully, so it has different options, which I like. It has house finch 54%, which it is, but then red-headed finch, which like isn't even in the region. So if it asked what location we were in, that would help the AI narrow it down more. But that's cool that it got a house finch. It also will tell you if there's, you know, like maybe a person in the frame. So here it's grayed out, which means it's not going to tell us what it is. So if it's green and it shows, you can click on it, then it'll try to tell you what it is. So 91% American tree sparrow, so that's correct. So it got the house finch and the tree sparrow. So let's look for different species. It also shows you if there's like a car in there. It has the boat back there that it thinks is a car. Some reason, which is interesting. A parked vehicle is what it says. So let's check if we have any other species. It didn't detect the cardinal earlier, which is interesting because it's like a bright red bird. And it doesn't have it again. It just says a bird detected, but it didn't ID it for us. Same thing with this one. I wonder if it just doesn't, maybe it doesn't like cardinals. Here it says there's a squirrel and it says a pet detected. In a way it's a pet. More squirrel action. Here's a chickadee. Let's see how it did with that. Nope. So it seems like, you know, sometimes it'll try to ID it. Okay, let's give it another shot at cardinal. Okay. Okay. So it got northern cardinal, 40%. Crested satin bird. Like, that's just weird that it's even on the list. But it's cool that it you know, it's, for the ones it's tried, it's gotten the highest percentage correct. Nope. So sometimes it just like doesn't detect it, which is kind of weird. Let's see. I was looking through some of them the other day and it did. What's the box? A delivered package? Does it think the cardinal's a delivered package? Let's see if we got it. Northern cardinal, 46%. So that is cool that it's working well. I did check the other day and it did have one that was just blatantly off. So, you know, none of these AIs are perfect, but actually I like it better when they're like, you know, it's probably this. American True Sparrow, 89%. Correct. So honestly, this is like probably one of the better AIs that we've tested for these smart bird feeders, because sometimes they're just way off. If it has location, that would help a lot with the AI determining what species it is, because a lot of these secondary species it has, like these two, would not be in the U.S. Common. So this one it got wrong. It said common rose finch, where it's actually just a house finch. So, you know, they're not going to be right all the time. But if it asks location, I feel like that would help out a lot. So it's cool to test out the AI and see what it gets right and what it gets wrong. Let's see what it thinks this red-winged blackbird is. It's got nothing. Nope, so sometimes it doesn't. Also, the company wanted me to show some pictures of the fruit fork as well. So I'm going to insert a picture of that here. Didn't put it on because it's winter. I don't think it much would be interested in eating that fruit, but come spring, that'd be nice for orioles and other birds that feed on fruit. So definitely think about putting that up too if you get the smart bird feeder. So we've had the feeder out for a couple days. The raccoon never did come back. This long design, I do wish that this, the bracket that holds it on, I wish that we could put the feeder closer to like the base of that bracket so it's a little more sturdy. With it hanging out so much, it does, you know, something heavy like a big raccoon does sit on top of it, it is going to want to bend. But I really enjoyed using the feeder. The videos we've captured have been really cool. I've been getting so many notifications about birds. There was even a cardinal that came this morning. So that camera angle looking down does make it feel like you're a little more like looking from above, which is kind of cool to have a different angle. But really enjoyed using this one. The battery seems like it's working well with the solar panel on here too. And like I said, with all these, if you do get one, make sure you do some kind of squirrel proofing if you don't want mammals on it too. And also you're going to want to put this wire somewhere where it's not just hanging all over the place. But really cool to use. Has any of you guys out there tried this one before? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.